The closet, I think, is where stuff is put after a long day. I think you'll note after you've been at work, after you've been in school, after you've been playing all day in the street, running up and down trying to be Captain Saver. You come home and you take off your cape. You come home, you release the strap on your heels. You come home, you take the suitcase and we put it in the closet. I think the closet is hidden, but is something that even the Bible makes notation of because it's some place that we all come to, but nobody wants to deal with or talk about it. He said, I didn't come today to be a conformative word, but I came today to be a confirmative word. Nobody but the Lord that I'm talking about. When Jesus comes in, he tells them, this is how I want you to pray. Don't pray in the church where people can see you and hear you. Don't pray at just the feast where people can announce you and clap for you. But when you get home, when you're all alone, when there's nobody else to sing the song to commission you to come in to his throne room, here's what I want you to do. Get in your closet. Well, I thought about that and I said to myself, I said, Jeremiah, when do you become such a believer that it doesn't really matter what it looks like, you can still do what you're told to do? You hear what I'm saying? Okay. He said, I want you to be in the closet. Be in it, not closeted, but I want you to be in it so you can deal with it. Now, I started to look around my closet and I said to myself, I said, well, there's some stuff in here that I have not dealt with. Yes, I know it's not all bad. It don't have to be, but it's some stuff that just hangs up there that I should have threw away. I should have been dealt with. I should have went to therapy for. There's some stuff that's still on me that I need to be in rehab trying to get off of me. There's some briefcases in my life. You hear what I'm saying? That are pretty on the outside. You see that? They look nice down there. They don't really seem like it's causing a mess. But when you open it up, when you open it, it's filled with stuff. One, half of it ain't even mine. Two, it's filled with stuff that ain't folded up. It ain't nice and neat like it is, like it looks on the outside. It ain't done. If I opened it, there'd be some people exposed. If I opened it, there'd be some people embarrassed. If I opened it, there'd be some people telling me, no, please close it. He said, go in the closet. That's where your prayer works begin. Not in public. We come and we want to play with God and be like, he's omnipresent. So I ain't got to go in there and deal with it. And God calls you not to just the closet, but he calls you to the carpet. So I want you to deal with every aspect of it. And I think until we meet him there, we'll always struggle with it, getting over it. We'll always struggle with it, trying to wear it and it's too small. We'll always struggle with it, trying to put on stuff that don't look good. We don't pass by it. We just keep on buying stuff you don't need, overpricing stuff that you should have paid for and learned from a long time ago. He said, I want you to come to it. Come to the closet and do your prayer there. Because when you're in here, get comfortable while you're in here. Because it's going to be a minute. So it's not time for you to reflect on what somebody else did. This ain't time for you to come and to pray about how they offended you, how they left you, how they got you messed up and played up. It's time for you to go to yours. Because when you come to your closet, you can only deal with your stuff because it's your. We come to God and we want to be pretty. We come to God and we want to be handsome. We come to God and we want to be edified in our words and only say the right things. He said, no. I don't need you to play it up for them. This is how I need you to do it. Then we invite people into the house, right? You invite them in the house and we tell people like, oh, I don't have anything to hide. I'm an open book. But how often you invite people to your closet? How often you invite people to the bedroom to walk all freely through your house? I don't do that. You good if you get the address. He said, take me into your most sacred place. And in that place, just communicate with me. We want to do it half-assed. We want to do it while we typing. We want to do it while we're at work. It's like, wait a minute. After the long day, after friends done left, after everybody done walked away, when you strip you of all of the good looks, all of the dress up, all of the play up, all of the suit up, when you strip down to nothing but just you, when you go into your closet and become reflective of it's just me, God, it's me. I'm standing in the need of prayer, the old folks used to sing, it's just me. He said, that's when I want you to pray to me. But he said the same thing to Adam. See, we believe God is like consuming, right? So he and sin can't be in the same place. But that's not biblical, because it says that even after Adam disappointed himself after betraying the trust of God, it says Adam was running, but God wasn't hiding. So he was running behind him, chasing him. And Adam, where are you? Where are you in the world that you still have not isolated yourself to come to a place of saying, God, I'll meet you in the closet because that's where you do your best. Mm-hmm. Where are you to tell you that you think that you're not good enough, that God made you, called you good, still purpose you and wakes you up, but you don't think you're good enough to pray. Mm-hmm. You can't keep running from him when he asks you, after you're done doing all of that, after all the bad, after all the wrong, after everything is completed and gone, he says, when there's no more influence, can you meet me there in the closet? Where ain't no more world, shut them out. Meet me there in the closet where you hang it up. You ain't playing it up. Say, can you meet me there? I think that's enough. Same that he does with Adam. He looks for you. He searches for you. And then he calls out to you. He asks him a critical question. He said, who told you that you were naked? Mm-hmm. And then in Matthew, he calls out for me not to cover it, but to go to the closet. You said that the interpretation of it was somebody who's hiding from themselves. And he says to Adam, who told you that you were naked? So if the closet is someplace where people hide from themselves, then God calling you to come to a closet must be a place where I'm naked of the image that God created me in it. He's calling me back there to find it, not to run from it. So I want you to come to a place where ain't nothing but you and me, so I can reconnect with you and tell you who you are in identity. I need you to come to a closet where there's no outside influence on you, talking to you, nobody coming to manipulate you, but you can come and stand and say, it's just me and God, and I was verified there. It's me and God, and I was purposed, assigned, anointed, and whatever you want to put there, whatever God created you to be there. But you only get the assignment. You only get the verification. You only get the acknowledgement. It ain't for public. Put your ass in the closet. That's what he's saying. Matthew chapter 6, verse 6.